Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and we're looking at a Singer 2045 needle in a size 14, and this is a non-defective needle. You notice the flat side is there with the Singer written on it, and then on the forward side, if you put it in, that would be facing the back. The flat side would be the back if you have a front load or a top load. And the long groove, which would be where my nail is here, the long groove runs the entire length from the eye up to the top. That's the front of the needle. The eye to the top is a long groove on the curved side, and then flip it over where it has the logo or the name Singer. That's the side that has the scarf that's cut out. So when you're sewing, see, the scarf is to the back, and then when you're sewing, the hook point comes in behind the eye of the needle, and it catches the eye right above the eye. It catches it right there, comes right in. Now what happens if you have a defective needle, which I'm going to show you next, a defective needle, and we're getting a lot of these, at least my customers are bringing them to me, like, my machine won't sew. I know I have the needle in right. Well, you have the flat spot to the back, and that's the side the scarf should be on, but look, the flat spot and the long groove are on the same side. They made the needle wrong. If you put it in with the flat side to the back like this, your notch is on the front. The scarf is on the front. So when you're sewing, the hook can't come in and catch it because it's in backwards. What does happen though is instead of having the notch there, you have the bulk of the needle and the needle hits it. And what that'll do is that will flare the point. This one's okay, but it'll flare the point, and it has to be re-polished, re-sharpened, because it'll flatten that out. That's hard steel. If you hit it enough times, it'll bang it up, and it'll cause so many problems. And with this customer, she was pulling her hair out because she knew she had the needle in right, but she was discounting the fact that she had a defective needle. And it doesn't happen often, but I never saw one until a couple years ago, and now I'm starting to see them more often. And this is some sort of an off-brand needle. It has no maker's mark or anything on it. So it's a cheapy needle made in a cheapy process with, I'm guessing, little to no quality control. I'm not getting any kind of a stamp 9014 over here on this side. So they did that. They stamped it on the wrong side. So they just made this, they processed this needle completely wrong. The flat side should be on the back. Then the long groove should be on the front, and the eye, the scarf, should be on the back. See, this is exactly backwards. The long groove is on the back with the flat side. That's why it wouldn't sew. When I say the big three are thread, threading, and needle, you check those when you have a malfunction. You check your threading. See if it's defective thread. It's right size thread. Check the threading. Something wrapped around something. And check your needle. Don't assume that your needle, even though you have it in flat side to the back, is going to work, because it could be a defective needle. Are you kidding me? Yep, that's what we're up against these days. So check your needle. It'll bang your machine up. It'll cause a problem. Always double check thread, threading, needle. Needle's critical. That's what made Mr. Singer a billionaire. He invented the sewing machine needle, and he gave it all these attributes so it would sew. It has to be built properly and made by a company who considers quality control a part of their business model. Schmetz is one, Singer is another. If you get one that's an off label, or it says for this machine or may fit that machine, what you may have is a bad needle. Get a good needle. Solve you a lot of problems, and watch out for defective ones. All right?